This podcast episode is sponsored by Heckham Senior Home Financing.
Good day, seniors and active adults. Welcome back to our YouTube podcast, Get Your Weekly Slice, where we protect, inform, and educate you, our seniors and active adults, every week about what you should know as you age. It is about keeping you, our seniors, in the know. This podcast is about Real Conversation Part 4, and it's about real estate, a summary of real estate and insurance. And it's from Real Estate Insurance Part 1, 2, and 3, that summary. So I'm going to begin with robocalls. I do know that speaking and working with a lot of seniors and active adults, they are just tired of the constant robocalls that they receive on a daily, if not weekly basis. And most of those robocalls can easily be resolved if you go to donotcall.gov and register both your landline and your cell phone. So donotcall.gov and register both your cell phone and your landline. There are some other things that I think you should be aware and should refrain from doing if you are doing this at this time. Don't put anything on Craigslist advertising, trying to sell or liquidate any of your properties. Don't have any garage sales. It's a waste of time and you won't get the amount of money that you feel you're owed or deserve based off of what contents that you have and what you paid for them. You're more likely to get more money for your contents if there is enough of it to contact myself or Elba and let us connect you with a move manager and or an estate sale person to see if that's a route that's going to provide you some additional funds as you move forward. Whatever you do, don't call off of road signs. Don't call off of radio or TV advertising. And I'll give you an example on the road signs. We'll buy your house for cash. Quick close. Don't do it. I'm always preaching, you got to have a real estate agent, specifically a certified senior housing professional who knows what to do, how to guide you through that process of listing, selling, downsizing, right sizing your home and its contents. Don't call off the road sign. Don't be led by the radio or TV advertisements saying that this particular agent or group or team has all the buyers. Well, they don't. They have some buyers, but they're not, and they probably aren't specifically in the area that you're looking to list and sell your property. So don't be misled that we have the buyers. And you're going to see that on radio. You're going to see that on TV. I give them credit. They're spending a lot of money to get out there, and I'm sure that they're getting some deals from that. But what I'm trying to do with this podcast series, Get Your Weekly Slice, is to prevent you from being taken advantage of. These podcasts are all about protecting, informing, and educating. Again, get your weekly slice. So I want you to keep all of that stuff in mind. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to call Albert or I in regards to what situation that you're in. Another reason why I would like you to call us is if you're cash poor and house rich, meaning that if you're having or struggling to pay your monthly bills, put food on the table, pay your prescription prices, pay your medical bills, pay your mortgage if you have one, your insurance, any of that stuff. If you are cash poor and house rich, we need to have a conversation so you don't dig yourself in deeper as time goes on. I've been trying to help this one lady who always comes to me, and it's going to be in another podcast, and that podcast is going to be titled "You Can Lead Them to Water, but You Can't Make Them Drink," and I'm going to give you a boatload of examples of how many people have reached out to me, what their situation was, how I provided solutions for them, and they didn't go forward and ended up getting in a worse case scenario. So I'll move on, but I just want you to be aware if you're in any situation like this where you're cash poor and house rich, just call. The other thing is the agent recap is agent teams, investors. There's a lot of them out there. The agent teams, they're having people constantly dial phone numbers asking people like the seniors and active adults if they want to sell their home and they can get them top dollar. Well, not necessarily do they get them top dollar, because I always want you to keep in mind the agent teams, the investors, and there's a lot of new investors out there that really don't know what they're doing. They're all there to get the right price for them to rehab your house and then either rent it or sell it, and they're making a lot more money and you're leaving a lot of money on the table. And I think it's important that you, as a senior and active adult, you worked hard for that investment, which is probably one of your biggest single investments. And I'm thinking you should be entitled to get the most money for that. So don't be caught up in the hysteria that you paid 75,000 for it if you've owned the house 30, 40, 50 plus years, and they're offering you 275. You think 200,000 is a lot of money, but keep in mind they're going to turn around, put a little lipstick on that house, do minimal upgrades, and sell it for 450, 475. So why shouldn't you get that extra 150 to 250,000 as opposed to allowing them to get it? Because all they're doing is wanting to buy or list and sell your property, and they really don't care where you're going. So I want you to keep that in mind. That's why I put this podcast together on real estate and insurance, specifically this one, the real conversation as to what's really going out there. I want you to know about this and who you could trust. And keep in mind, Alba and I are background checked every year. And I'm going to guarantee that any other agent that you talk to, any other investor, any agent teams, none of them are background checked. So keep that in mind. What I do to make sure that I'm able to provide services and value to my clients, seniors and active adults, is I offer them a pre-appraisal, which is a $500 value at my expense, to make sure that we're going to get you the most money for that house. So I want you to keep that in mind. No other agents are doing that. But I'm serious about protecting, informing, and educating you as a senior and active adults.
This is Tim Linger. I'm your reverse mortgage professional. The federal government, FHA, has a very safe type of reverse mortgage for those 62 and above that live in their own home. How would you like to pull out 40 to 50% of your home's equity with optional monthly mortgage payments for the rest of your life? The basic rules are you must be 62 and above and live in the home. Give me a call. Again, this is Tim, 321-356-9229.
And I'm going to give you a short story regarding a pre-appraisal that I did, and it was a year or so ago, a couple years basically. And it was a couple that I helped transition into an active adult community from their house. And what we did was I had it pre-appraised. The pre-appraisal came in at 375. The appraiser said we could really go up to 385. I asked the sellers what they wanted to do, and they just wanted to keep it at 375. They were okay with that. I did some quick numbers. That's why I offered the pre-appraisal, and my numbers came out to like 360. So basically, we're going to list it for 15,000 more. Well, fortunately for us, the seller and myself, we had multiple offers, and we were able to get a price of 383. So when the couple had the house appraised from their mortgage company, the mortgage company came back and said that the appraisal was 342. Now that was a deficit of $41,000. The agent called me representing the buyers and said, "There's no way my buyers have $40,000 to come to the table." And I said, "I know that, but I also want you to know that my sellers aren't going down off of that price. We had it pre-appraised, and we're not moving." And I said, "Do your clients, your buyers really like that house?" And he said, "Yes, they love it." And I said, "I would suggest that you get another mortgage company." So what I found out is that a major real estate company, national, has their own mortgage, and what they do is they get the least talented appraisers out there, pay them $300, and then they pocket the extra $200. So it's an additional stream of income for that national real estate company. So they got and went with another mortgage company. That mortgage company had it appraised, and the appraisal came in at 385, not 342. So we were able to get, I was able to get my client based off the pre-appraisal from 360 up to 383. So you're talking an extra $23,000. And one other thing I want to bring to your attention is I do know that there are agents out there that are discounting their commission. My base starts at 6%. They're going to offer 5%, 4% just to get the listing, sell the property, and move on and get paid. So my base starts at 6%. So if you think about the 23,000 that I got them, and you take the commission of 6% or 3% that buyer's agent, no, let's back up and say 6%. So when that number comes out, you're talking about $21,000. When you're looking at the 360, or excuse me, the 360 versus the 383, you're talking a difference of about $3,000. But if you went with the other agent and he was at 360 and did it at 5, he's going to save you commission of approximately $5,000. But by using my services, you're making an extra $23,000. The bottom line is your net is $18,000 after the commission. So I think it's real easy for you to determine that what I provide when it comes to value, protection, information, and education, and help you from the beginning to the end and beyond, my value getting you 18,000 more dollars is better than shaving the commission down to 5% or even 4%. So I just want you to be cognizant of that and don't get jaded by a real estate agent, because all they're looking to do is get that listing, sell that property, and get paid. They don't care about you. And I'm here offering a free appraisal, helping you from start to finish and beyond, and getting you the most money. But I feel the value that I provide is worth me charging a little extra on that commission to get you more money. And in that particular case, 18,000, I don't think that's anything to sneeze at. So anyway, on the insurance, I just want you to, the recap on that is just to be on the alert, because there's going to be increases over the next 1 to 5 years. There's going to be cancellations when it comes to your home insurance and possibly your car insurance. And if you are looking to kind of view other policies, maybe 2 years or 3 years down the road, to see if you're paying the right amount for your insurance, and somebody offers and they want to package everything, there are discounts when it comes to packaging and giving the insurance to an agent for your car and your home or investments. So keep that in mind. And I also want to make sure on whole life that you're very clear. You can go to my podcast, Senior Living and Affordability, and I detail it out there as I did in Real Estate Insurance Part 3 about whole life. Don't leave the money on the table. Let's take advantage of that, maybe increase your face value and make it work for you and your family now and in the future. So keep in mind, Alba and I, as certified senior housing professionals, we are with you every step of the way, from the beginning to the end, finishing, closing, moving, settling in, and beyond, answering any and all senior related questions or concerns that you have after the move, and also connecting and keeping in communication with you for your birthday, for lunch, for dinner, throughout the year. So I hope all of this helps. Again, if you have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to call me, Mike Flahaven, or Alba Ramirez, who's bilingual and can help the Spanish speaking population as well. So we hope you enjoyed this. We hope you adhere to our recommendations. And when you are looking to list and sell your property, you call us and we'll be there every step of the way. In closing, I hope you enjoyed today's Get Your Weekly Slice. If you'd like to discuss further today's topic, you can reach me via email at mike@your, Y-O-U-R, Florida, spelled out, Haven, Haven.com, or call me at 407-340-5291 to set up an appointment. I provide a free 1.5 hour in-person meeting to discuss your future plans on aging while providing you a minimum of 3 options to choose from. Don't forget to follow us and like us on Facebook and Instagram. While on my website at yourfloridahaven.com, sign up for my monthly newsletter, RSV to any of my in-person events, which are held at the Orange County Library, Smarter Senior Seminar Series events, and to view any and all of my videos and podcasts. We hope these podcasts are helpful, and if they are, please share with your friends, family, and neighbors by letting them know what we offer as certified senior housing professionals, designated real estate agents, to our seniors and active adults as they age. We're a connector. It is about keeping seniors in the know. Till next time, when you come back to get your weekly slice.
This podcast episode is sponsored by Hecum Senior Home Financing.